How's it going, everybody? I'm Slavinatorski. Welcome to the channel, and as you can see, we have some more Joytoy goodness here. I have some spacewolves. These are the Thunderwolf Cavalry. So we have, I think it's Frode or Frode, and Bjane or Bjane. I'm always horrible at these pronunciations, so someone will probably correct me in the comment section. So we're going to pop these open today and take a look at them so you can get a closer look and see if these are something that you would like to get. But before we do that, as you can see, they are still sealed. I've had these since they came out. I just haven't opened them because I'm lazy. But this gives you an idea. So it's both of the colors. You have the brown wolf and the black wolf. And they come with different riders that have different head sculpts. And, yeah, well, actually, I think the weapons are pretty much the same on them, it looks like. So you're basically just picking what color do you like better and what head sculpt do you like better from what I can see. But if you want to see more Joytoy content, you know the usual. Click all the right buttons, and I'll keep this stuff coming. I have a bunch of backlog that I'm recording for everybody, so I hope you like it. But I'm going to go ahead and unseal these, open them up, and pull the contents out off camera so I'm not wasting your time. Alright, so I just want to go through what's in the box with these first, so I'm going to turn on this light here, and we'll kind of compare the two. Now, the first thing I didn't realize is how big these wolves are. Let me get this stuff pushed back a little bit. Now, here's the wolf. Here's my hand, and I do not have a small hand. So that gives you an idea on the size. Bear with me, I'm going to move the camera for a second and see if I can find my tape measure, which is, of course, lost as always. Maybe it's in this drawer. Nope, let me grab it. Okay, found it. So from tail to nose, this thing is just about a foot long on this, from, like I said, from tail to nose. So that gives you an idea of what we're looking at here. But let's get the tape measure off to the side, get that random dog hair off the table. So I'm just going to show this is how everything is packaged. You have your Space Marine in the bottom, in the plastic, chainsaw blade or chainsword, hand options, plasma pistol, shield, backpack, and the wolf is alone wrapped up in its own thing. So, sorry, that was loud. Same thing with the other one. So you hear how loud the plastic is. I'm going to pop these out of the plastic and set them up and do that off camera. Again, I know that's pure ear cancer to hear that plastic moving around too much. So be right back. I did want to note this because I'm going to get the plastic out of the way. Do you see the paint rubbing on there? Here and here. That's from where the wolf was. And it does show up on the wolf's tail. Let me turn on the light. This is while I'm putting everything together. So that's where the paint rubbing happened. So it did rub off a little bit of the paint. It's barely noticeable. It doesn't bother me, but that should be easy enough to fix if you have any paint at your house. All right, so also, as you can see, as I'm going through things, I'm just go ahead and make sure I record it for you. My wolf did come. He separates in the middle here, but as you can see, it's very easy. There's a big old fat barbell joint, it looks like, that you can put him together with. The saddle does not come off. I see glue in there, so we can note that now. But it's very simple. No heat needed. Connects together. And good to go. All right, now I'm going to finish setting this up for you. All right, so here we are. I went ahead and popped everything out so you can see it easily. Let's see how everything's going to zoom in here. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so the options with both hands, because there are some differentiation between these other than just coloring. So when it comes to both hands, you're going to get the dual finger pointing, the open hand. These are both left. You've got right grippy hand because the trigger hand is on it. And you have a left fisticuffs. You get these same exact hands for both sets when you need optional hands. I'm going to zoom in just normal here for a second so you can get a better view of the accessories. When it comes to the pistols, it's exactly the same. I don't really see any difference between these two. So the pistols are the same. The chain swords are exactly the same. I don't see any difference. The backpacks, same thing. The little vents here are kind of loose on the backpacks, but you can tighten those up easy enough. There's no difference on the backpacks that I can see, but the shields, though, there's a differentiation in the shields, which is kind of cool. So this one has the wolf, this one has the skull. The backs are kind of negligible. You don't really see the backs. It does look like the runes on these are the same, though. But the icon in the middle is different. And of course, you have the two figures, the two riders. So this one is Frode, or Frode, and this one is Bjane. So Frode and Bjane. Let's see, as far as the armor goes, the armor looks exactly the same, even with the little accessory here. Nothing different on the back. So you're really just getting a different in the head sculpts, differentiation there. So the head sculpts look pretty good. I do like Mr. Mutton Chops over here a little better. But this one's a great head sculpt as well. So what I'll do is go ahead and show the articulation on one of these so you get an idea of how well it goes. You got a bicep swivel, the arm goes all the way around. The pauldron is connected to the arm on the inside there. You have a double jointed elbow, barbell on the wrist, goes all the way around, bicep swivel, head will go all the way around, although his beard does get in the way a little bit. Decent torso flexation, side to side, rotation's good, the legs will go out, mind you, the armor gets in the way a little bit. The back and forth isn't bad, but his butt cheeks get in the way of going back too far. So you get about there. Going forward is pretty good. It's a good front kick. As you can see, there's a peg hole. Since it's right there, the toes do articulate if you need them to. Double jointed knee. And do these have upper? Yeah, these do have upper thigh swivel here. It's just very tight. And of course, it'll swivel in the hip too. Just be careful you don't break it when you do that. I have done that in the past. Definitely not one of my prouder moments. And as you can see, be careful with the arms. They do pop out pretty easily, but it's not like it's hard to just pop it right back in. So we'll go ahead and put him together. Backpack goes right in here. Sometimes these holes are a little bit small for the pegs, so either you heat them up or in some cases, you might actually have to put something in there to loosen up the holes, and this one I might have to do that. Excuse me. Apologies. While I'm filming this, I actually have COVID at the moment, so I am trying to do productive things while I'm sick. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to open these holes up just a little bit or heat it up to get that peg in there, but that's what it'll look like when it's done. The hard choice is always, do you pose them with the shield and the pistol, or the shield and the chainsword, or, you know, which variation thereof. So that's him. Let's see if I can get his shield or his backpack in. See if it's just as tight. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to heat that up. So, yeah, as you can see, that's not gonna go. It's very, very tight. So I'll probably have to heat this up and then put this in. And there's one thing I'll be able to say is that's going to be snug. So that's one benefit of that. So I'll probably do that off camera and see if I can get that to work. All right, so I went ahead and got these posed up, got the backpacks on. I just used a cheapo hair dryer that I had. I think it's one I bought off Amazon years and years ago, something like that. It was like 20 bucks. But 15 seconds on each hand. We'll get the items in each hand. You're definitely going to want to do that because these hands are pretty stiff and these grips are very large. I put about 20 to 30 seconds on the back of him. Don't heat up the pegs, heat up the holes. So I heated up the holes on his back till those nice and warm, and then push the pegs in. And now that those are in, this isn't going to go anywhere because now that it's cooled off, it's pretty tight. So that's nice. So I went ahead and posed them up with a different accoutrement of items. I wanted them both to have range capacity, but I wanted at least one of them to have their shield. So I selected the wolf shield here. And you can see the other guy. I went ahead and decided to give him ranged and melee options. Same thing. You see how the grips are kind of oversized for their hands. So you're definitely going to want to heat those up whenever you're putting them together. But altogether, as you can see, these pose pretty well, especially with the backpacks. And they look good. So let's go ahead and scoot them back. Both of the wolves are exactly the same, just different colors. So what I'm going to do is bring them up here. I'm going to have to zoom out a bit so you can see it better. But we'll take a look at it. So up close, it looks great. They are the exact same sculpt, just different coloring. So you see we have the claws here, and the middle one, and all the other regular legs. And I know I have the tail going down. You could turn it up if you want. It's either way. So it looks angry, but having it down just for now it looks a little calmer. And it stays in the frame of the camera. So not bad. The head does articulate slightly, but you're not going to get much movement out of that. It's pretty tight. Jaw is not articulated. It is sculpted. The tongue is soft. So you can move the tongue a little bit, but it's kind of just stuck in that position. As far as the legs, you can get them to go in and out a little bit on the front, but that's about the extent of it. For the robo leg, it's pretty clear how it flexes there. You get to some of that, and then you are on a ball joint here, so you can get this one to move around a bit, so that's pretty good. On the regular leg on the front, kind of get some back and forth there. It's loosening up a bit as I do this, I feel. And you are on I believe, a ball joint down here as well, so that's good. So you can get that posed. And again, because it was separated in the middle, you can get a little bit of bendy in the middle there. So it's a barbell joint, so that's going to move around. Back legs, they have some pretty good flexation, so that's not bad. The back ankle here goes pretty far forward, a little bit back, so you're going to get a little bit of flexation on that. And the back foot, same, it twists a little bit, but not too far. And you can go up and down a little bit. There are no peg holes in the bottom of the feet, but it is mainly just to have it kind of just pose like this. So it's really not bad, but I think it looks great. Like, these will pose up on the shelf or in your display boxes quite well. This is hefty, so let me move stuff. Sorry, I'm moving the camera because I always do stuff last minute. I'm so professional. And I almost knock over the camera again. Let's go ahead and weigh the wolf and see. So the wolf by himself is 1 pound, 8.2 ounces. Then if you put the marine on, the marine doesn't weigh very much. It's 1 pound, 12.2 ounces. So, you know, if you have a shelf that has a bit of a weight limit, be conscientious of that. These things are a pound a piece. They're actually over a pound. So, you know, that's something to take into consideration so you don't break your shelf like if it's glass or something like that. So let's take a close look at the black one. They both have yellow eyes. I would say that the black one's eyes are a little bit more piercing. The black one has white teeth, where the brown one has more yellowed, kind of a reddish tint to the teeth. Same coloring on the metal. And same coloring on the saddle. Oops. Oop, let me fix something real quick. All right, I apologize for the interruption there. So here we have them together. And you just see here, let's go ahead, because this is the whole reason you got these wolves, is you want these guys to be able to ride them. So I try to do it based off the picture a little bit, so it looks like the legs are bent slightly and they're sitting back. So let me actually try to get that. Now, of course, the hard part will be to get them to not fall off. So I see, like in the photo there, he's actually holding on to the reins, basically, the handle, so that's probably a good idea. But for now, I want him doing both, so we'll kind of set it up like that in a way. There we go. So there he is, zoom coming. So there he is in the wolf. You see kind of how he sits. You can probably get that little flap, his little butt flap down there, or maybe sit him back further. Actually, I think sitting him back further probably works better. And then he can kind of rest his chain sword on the handle, or the horn, the stirrups, whatever you want to call it. Technically not, but because it looks really weird. I don't know what you call that. Anyways, so there we go there. And for this one, we want to do the same thing with him. We want him riding it, so bend the knees a bit. Make sure he's kind of gripping it. Turn in the legs. And there we go. So it looks like he's coming up, ready to talk, see what's going on. But these, honestly, the shelf presence of these alone looks great. Like I said, there's not much articulation between the two of them, or the wolves, I should say. But these are going to look great in your display shelf. These are going to look great in any sort of like display boxes you have, I think. They're really good. You know, it's not very often you get to see some cyber wolves. And I know I've had this baggie here. Little tip I use some Ziploc bags. It's just cheapo Walmart bags, great value, snack bags. If you don't want to have the boxes, because honestly I'm going to get rid of these boxes because they take up too much room, just put all the accessories in a little baggie so they don't get lost, because these hands will be gone. I've done it for the other one as well. And then use like big gallon bags for these if you want to, because what I do is I actually, the back of the box here with the pictures and stuff, I'll actually cut out this part with the name and the picture with all the accessories and stuff over here, and use that to know which bag is assigned to who. Drop the little one into the big gallon bag, and good to go. It's a lot better for storage, and the boxes won't take up a ton of room anymore. But yeah, I think these look fantastic. These would look perfect for anyone's collection, and well worth it. Again, excuse me, very, very heavy. So you have an idea what you're looking forward to. So let's get another Space Wolf out here. This is one of the intercessors. And you see, kind of similar. Now I will say these guys on the mounts, I believe their bodies are a little bit different. The armor seems a little bit lighter, at least on the accessories part. Pauldrons are a little bit smaller, I feel. I could be completely wrong on that. But if you do notice, the front part here of the armor is actually not here for these guys. So maybe that's why I think it looks a little lighter. That's kind of appropriate for cavalry. You want the guys to be a little bit more movable and stuff like that. And we'll move these guys back, move him back. Let's go ahead and get a chaos guy out here. So you kind of get an idea of how they all sit together. They're pretty comparable. I think they're good as far as size goes. Very, very much worth it. So I hope this helps you all if you decided you want to get one of these. That I think they're worth it. You can find them anywhere from $75 to $100, depending on if there's a sale or not. Just keep looking. You'll find a good deal. Just keep an eye out. I got these from Flyema Toy Shop. They've now switched their name to David Toys. So I've never had any problems with them. They're a great shop. So check them out. But that's it for today. I've already kind of waffled and wasted enough of your time, so I'll let you go. But thanks for stopping by. I hope this helped you decide if you wanted one of these or not. I think they're pretty good. Not bad at all, and very much worth the money. And they look fantastic. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Keep pushing forward, and we'll see you again next time. And hopefully my voice won't sound quite as horrible. Later, guys.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to any future content I have coming. As usual, a like is always super appreciated. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Share this video with any of your friends or groups that you think may enjoy it. And let's talk down in the comments section. I always enjoy hearing from you. If you would like to interact more with the channel, you can find me at my socials on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I post any contest entries and reference codes for contests that I enter on Twitter, so that's another reason to check it out. I also have a TikTok account I created where I upload tease videos for upcoming YouTube videos as well as shorts. I am also getting back into gaming content on the Xbox Series X, and I'm looking to start doing streams again on Twitch, which I'll upload to YouTube later. Thanks again for stopping by, and I hope to see you again next time.